All right, America, buckle up. We're diving headfirst into the wild world of the American presidency. First up, we've got Charles O. Jones and his book, A Real Page-Turner, I'm told. Jones, a certified presidential scholar, argues that the presidency has constantly evolved. No kidding, right? His big idea? The presidency reflects America itself, its struggles, its triumphs, its ever-changing moods. Jones reckons the presidency is more than just one person. It's a whole institution, a big, lumbering machine with more gears and levers than a broken voting machine in Florida. He wants us to understand how this machine works, how it's changed over time, and how it impacts our lives. Think of it like this. The presidency is like your weird uncle at Thanksgiving. Sometimes you love him, sometimes you want to hide the gravy boat, but either way, you can't ignore him. Now Jones isn't just interested in the guys, and yes, so far, they've all been guys, who've held the office. He's interested in the office itself. How'd it get so powerful? Why do we care so much about who sits in the Oval Office? And what does this tell us about America? Good questions, Jonesy. We're gonna dig into those, but first, let's rewind the clock. Picture this. It's 1787. The Founding Fathers are designing the presidency. Some, like Hamilton, wanted a king-like figure. Others, like Jefferson, wanted more limits. They compromised, creating a powerful but limited president. The presidency was vague, allowing early leaders like Washington to set precedents. The Constitution laid the groundwork, but presidents built the office. Now let's talk about some of the big hitters, the presidential all-stars who really left their mark on the office. First up, we've got George "I Cannot Tell a Lie" Washington. He was like the first kid in school to get a brand new trapper keeper. Everyone else just had to follow his lead. Washington established the presidency's legitimacy, setting the bar high, some might say impossibly high, for those who followed. Then there's Abe Lincoln, the OG beard enthusiast who held the country together during the Civil War. Lincoln expanded presidential power during a time of crisis, showing that sometimes you gotta bend or maybe even break the rules to save the nation. And let's not forget FDR, the OG New Dealer who led America through the Great Depression and World War II. He basically redefined the role of government, expanding the presidency's reach into the economy and people's lives. These presidents, along with others like Teddy Trust, Buster Roosevelt, and Lyndon B. Great Society Johnson, shaped the presidency into the powerhouse it is today. They showed that presidents could be powerful agents of change, using the office to tackle big issues and reshape the country. Section 4. The Modern Colossus: Power, Politics, and the People. Fast forward to today, and the presidency is a whole different beast. It's bigger, more powerful, and dare I say more terrifying than ever before. Presidents have their fingers in everything from healthcare to foreign policy, and their every move is scrutinized by the 24/7 news cycle and, of course, Twitter. One of the biggest changes is the rise of the imperial presidency. This is a fancy way of saying that presidents have accumulated a ton of power, often at the expense of Congress. Think about it. Presidents can launch wars without declaring them, issue executive orders that have the force of law, and generally do whatever the hell they want with drones. But here's the thing. While presidents have more power than ever, they're also more constrained than ever. They're constantly battling Congress, the courts, the media, and even their own party. It's like trying to herd cats, but the cats are wearing tiny American flag sweaters and constantly tweeting mean things about you. Section 5. The Presidency in Flux: Navigating the 21st Century. So, where does that leave us? The American presidency is at a crossroads. It's a powerful office, but it's also facing some serious challenges. Globalization, terrorism, climate change, these are big, hairy problems that don't fit neatly into the traditional boxes of presidential power. At the same time, the rise of social media and the 24/7 news cycle have created a hyper-partisan, hyper-polarized political environment. It's harder than ever for presidents to build consensus, get things done, and even just, have a civil conversation with someone who disagrees with them. It's like everyone's stuck in a never-ending Twitter war, and the only winners are the trolls and the bots. The presidency is also grappling with its own legacy of, let's just say it, not-so-great moments. From slavery to Watergate to, well, take your pick. There have been plenty of times when presidents have abused their power or simply failed to live up to the ideals of the office. Section 6. The The global stage, America's leader in a changing world. Now let's zoom out for a second. The American president isn't just the leader of the free world, or at least that's what they keep telling us. They're also a global influencer, a trendsetter, a walking, talking symbol of American power, and let's be honest, American dysfunction. When the president sneezes, the world catches a cold. When the president tweets something incoherent at 3 a.m., the world collectively facepalms. The president's words and actions have real-world consequences, shaping everything from international relations to the global economy. So, yeah, the American presidency is a big deal. It's a powerful office with a long and complicated history, and it's constantly evolving in response to new challenges and new realities. The question is, can the presidency adapt to the demands of the 21st century? Can it overcome its own internal contradictions and live up to its own lofty ideals? Section 7. The future of power, an uncertain tomorrow. That, my friends, is the million-dollar question. The future of the American presidency is uncertain. Will it continue to be a force for good in the world? Or will it succumb to the forces of division, dysfunction, and, dare I say, outright madness? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure. The American people have a role to play in shaping the presidency's future. We can't just sit back and let the presidents, the pundits, and the political class decide what kind of country we're gonna be. We need to stay engaged, stay informed, and keep those phone calls and emails coming to our elected officials. Because ultimately, the presidency is a reflection of us, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. So let's try to make it a reflection we can all be proud of, shall we? And maybe, just maybe, we can create a future where the presidency is a force for progress, equality, and dare I dream, sanity. That's it for me, folks. Go forth and be excellent to each other. And for the love of